Hello YouTube, how you doing? Today
Hi.
we're gonna do the 10-minute
Hello.
update. It's been 2 weeks ago. It's me and Kevin, and as usual, the 10-minute update we're gonna cover a couple of things, and I'm pretty sure or I hope that if you have your Wooting 2HE pre-order, that you're watching this update because this is where you can get the latest information about what the status is, and that's also the first topic for today for the 10-minute update. So starting off with, and I'm gonna get my notebook here because I don't want to miss something. Batch 1C freight. So I know there's lots of batch 1 people now still waiting for their shipment, but they did not opt for air freight, which is fine, but then we have to wait for the sea freight to come in. Thankfully, in the US, the vessel is moving as expected. Right now, batch 1C is at the port and it's awaiting customs for the trip to the warehouse. And once it's at the warehouse, we can start shipping it. If there's no problems at the port, then we should have it by ending next week somewhere and we can ship it the next day. So that would be great. There might be a but and if, which I'll get back into concerning this. No, I'm going to get into it right now. If you have blank PBT blank keycaps in your order, there is still an issue that we're facing. Right now, our big batch of blank PBT keycaps are still stuck at US Customs. It's a really big problem, and it's been stuck there for at least 2 months now. And when I caught wind of that issue about 3 weeks ago, and then it was kind of the question, when are they going to release it? And apparently the keycaps are stuck at customs because there's another product in that same container that we're using that has a copyright issue. And because the container is under the same bill of lading, like our items are together with those other copyright issue items on the bill of lading, they have to hold the whole container, including our items, until whatever is resolved. And we're still waiting for that, and that's a big issue. So instead of waiting until that's solved, we already went ahead and started. We kicked off a new production of the blank PBT keycaps in black. But since we had to do another production, we also opted for adding another colorway, which is the carbon mint colorway, which we only have for the German keycaps at this moment, but we will also now make them for the US keycaps. Now, if you're in batch 1 or in batch 2 and you have the blank PBT keycaps already and you want to change it to the mint color, you can send us an email to social@wooting.io and make the request. Right, but we have not put them on the store yet, etc. But you can already put in your request if you want. And we'll get more into it with an email and the details about what you can do. Now, if you are batch 1C and your order starts with INT, which is for our European store / international store, then your keyboard is also on a boat, but it's still on its way. That was a fly. It's on the boat HMM Copenhagen, and you can go to marine traffic or marine finder. You can Google it, and then you can find this boat. And right now it's at the it's heading towards the Suez Canal, and it's super duper delayed compared to our original boat and original schedule. So the original schedule, we would have already received the keyboards at our warehouse by now or starting next week. But for what is for me unknown reasons, they changed the boat and the schedule to the HMM Copenhagen. And I've already, because we made the switch from the boat, or they made the switch from the boat, this boat just goes, I don't know why, a whole ton slower, stopping at multiple ports. And the only thing that I'm able to get out of it right now is that this boat has probably been put in place to take over a load that was meant for other boats, and it's making multiple stops along the way because there's just, frankly speaking, a huge issue with sea freight right now, with marine traffic in general, and especially to Europe. There is a way too much demand for goods in Europe and way too little demand for goods in Asia, which causes a huge container shortage in Asia. And it's also, we're dealing with COVID outbreaks in the southern and east, in southern China, at the ports. For example, Yantian port, where our boat had to pick up the goods. And that means that already the loading of goods goes slower, but it also means that some goods might just be re-trafficked to different boats, which happened with us, for example. Now, I wish I could give more details about exactly what happened here and why did our container go to a different boat, why did the schedule change like this. But this is also just the information I get from the forwarder. He's just very simple about it. He says one third of all traffic that goes to Europe is delayed. That's his answer. And I didn't get any reason for why it would be on the other boat. So the expected arrival time of this boat is the 7th of October. And I cannot guarantee you that that will be the time that it actually arrives or not, because it can still change. I get updates for this boat on a daily basis. Well, not depends. Like, let's say 3-day basis. Sometimes it's in plus a week, then it's minus a week, and then it's plus 10 days, and then it's minus 15 days. It changes a lot. I'm really not able to get a grip on it. So this is the best this is the best information I can give. And then I also want to highlight concerning this topic is that for a few customers have reached out to us and have pointed out the concern about what's happening here and why is it delayed. And I have to completely agree with the sentiment towards feeling shit that it's delayed and feeling impatient about when this keyboard is going to get delivered. But at the same time, this is exactly the kind of thing I've been warning about before we did the whole air freight, before we did the whole batch one shipment, and also the whole reason why we offered air freight shipping option. And I just need to be very blunt with this, is that if you did not choose for air freight shipping, then this is just the consequence that comes with continuing with sea freight. And I hate to say it, I wish it was not the situation, but this is exactly why I recommended air freight to start with. Because I have no control. Once it's on that boat, I have zero control about how long it takes, and there's nothing I can do to make a better decision. So I just want to put that out there, because it's also frustrating for us to receive the messages of, where's my order, or where's my shipment. Thankfully, it's not been too crazy, but just have to put it out there. Okay, then if you're of batch 2, if you're in the Wooting to HE batch 2, we will go into production. No, actually production will finish on the 22nd of September. So I'm working right now on the what are we going to ship by air and what are we going to ship by sea freight. And we're working really hard, like right now, and this is the reason why I had to jump in for doing the live stream. Jeroen and Simon are working, because they would otherwise do the live stream. They are working right now on the upgrade page, adding some improvements so that you can upgrade your order to air freight. And we're just adding some improvements so it makes the process a bit easier also in our back end. So they're working on that right now. I really want to send out an email today. It might happen tomorrow. The original plan was to send it today, but we want to make sure that the whole upgrade process goes as smooth as possible, because we have that shipment coming soon, and it's quite a hassle administrative wise to process it all. And we're also in the middle of doing this 60 launch campaign, making all this stuff. So when you receive our email concerning batch 2 upgrade for air freight, please go through the upgrade process as soon as you can, because I will probably need to close it all off by next week Friday. I need to settle on what am I going to ship by air freight and what am I going to ship by sea freight. Now I do have to say, thankfully, and we'll have to kind of still find out, the US doesn't seem to have a big congestion issue like we did with Europe. because that US boat arrived for batch one, but we'll still have to find out how fast is that container going to get through the port, because what was it again? Something like the majority of the goods in the US come in through Los Angeles or the LA port, and our goods also. And so there's a good chance, the whole port customs process is slower than what you'd usually expect. So I just want to add that there. Okay, I hope that kind of clarifies for you guys where we are with batch 1C and batch 2 in general. I sent also an update out about batch 1 per email with details. So if you did not receive that email and you're in batch 1 sea freight, please read that email. And if you're in batch 2, await our email for the upgrade. And I, again, highly recommend to upgrade to air freight. Okay, then I'm going to give it to you, Kevin, because then we can talk about 60 stuff.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Let's talk about some funny stuff. So, about 60HE, before I jump into, I hope everybody is already make the subscription or the email, notified email in our webpage of the 60HE. So you will get the first hand of email about the pre-order or some stuff. So in the progress of the 16HE on my hand with a little bit bumpy about like in the road about these months, but I finalized two things which I can share a little bit. I will be share more if you join the live stream. So here we kind of like finalize this very beautiful strap.
Yeah, you're moving again. I don't know why.
Okay,
yeah.
Because it's a little bit stuck. And so with a right thickness, we make it quite thick, so you can really feel it. And it's really weave, because this is a little bit different from the thing you saw before. And this is really actually fabric being weaving. And why this is inverse? Because to complete these contacts, you need to have two colors. And because it's weaved, in the mechanism of how this being made, the other side is actually inverse of the color, which looks very dope. Yeah. But the only thing is, in the inside, the text is mirrored. You can see it's not really, it's written in mirrored directions, because this is how it works. So this is the one upgrade, kind of like the finalized I have now. Second thing is about the PCB module. We kind of have this mechanism share the same universal 6% when do the assembly into the case. So we upgrade the screws from the Philip 0, I think it's the name Philip PH0, to PH1. PH1 is more friendly while you doing the installation, or you kind of like screw in with the module. And by doing this, because it's more a big head on the screws, so it's more easily you can just screw in. Yeah, because we run into some issue with using a more big head, because there's almost zero space on the inside the keyboard and also inside the whole PCB unit. Yeah, so that is two like a little bit big updates from this live stream. And I'll be receiving a white box, which is the packaging of the 60HE by according to our factory next week. And I'm going to be reviewing. Maybe I can show it like later with next live stream. But this is only exclusive to the live stream. So the viewer from the YouTube, please join the live stream to share more in-depth updates. And I think that's it.
The Wooting 60HE is we're planning to launch it on the 28th or 29th of September. Like I said before, we're working very hard on building the page and putting all the details in place, because we're really doing our best to create a really great experience in ordering and getting the 60HE and the information that we present, and it's taking a lot of effort to do that. So we'll launch on the 28th or 29th of September. If you're sub to the 60HE page of your email, you'll receive an email 1 week prior to the launch that will confirm the date. And then a day before the launch, we'll also share a lot more details about what you can exactly get during the launch, so you can prepare yourself and make the decision early on if that's what you like. All right, so that would conclude it for the 10-minute update. You guys, if you're watching on YouTube, definitely join the Wooting live streams every 2 weeks on a Friday on Twitch. You can find the link below our channel, at least the schedule on Twitch. You can see there's a schedule on the Twitch channel, should be correct when we go live. And if you want us to be live at a different time, so you can join, like you're in the US, you can let us know, and we can see if we can do an extra one for the US or Canada or a different time zone. So have fun and see you in the next update.